Hey guys, David Baker here, Keller Williams Realty. Today, I really want to just talk a little bit about what is going on in the real estate market. So, I'm going to show you a couple of things here on my computer and really go from there. Please go ahead and leave comments. Let me know what you think, and don't forget to subscribe. Hit that little bell so you're notified every time I put up a new video. So, again, really today is a look at what is going on with the Phoenix real estate market, because it is pretty crazy out there. We see, these situations where buyers are really having to compete with quite a few buyers out there as far as offers on property. A lot of these properties that are going on the market, especially at the lower price ranges, are seeing multiple offers. I put up an offer this past weekend with a buyer of mine, and we were competing against 37 other offers. Pretty crazy. So what's going on? This right here is just a market summary looking at March 2021. And looking at this right here, we can see the number of listings. Boy, I was hoping that would make it larger. It didn't. You can see the number of listings right here, and I'll just black some of those out right there. So you can see the number of active listings has gone down. Look at, April of 2020, we were upwards of 16,000, and here we are right now, basically 8,334. You start looking at, single family homes, boy, that number drops down to about 4,000. And you look at the number of closed, we have more that are closing every month versus, what's active. And one of the reasons that happens because new listings coming into market too, which, I just clicked on, you can see right there. So really, inventory is just super, super low. And you can see that down here, right in this chart, which is the absorption rate. I like to call it inventory. Really, once you're at 6 months, that tends to be a balanced, market. Once you're over 3 months, then, you're not going to see all these multiple offer type things. Here we are, the last year has been under 2 months. And right now we're even under 1 month for the entire Phoenix area. So pretty ridiculous. The inventory is so super, super low. And you look at the listing prices right here, you can look at the sold median price. I'll do that right there. And you can see how it's gone up. It was about 300,000 back in April of last year, and boom, look, it shot up to about 358. So values have definitely been going up pretty significantly, actually, over the course of the last year. Some of the things that I'm reading are showing anywhere from 18 to 22%, which is quite a bit. So anyway, at this point, values continue to go up. Inventory is down. That's what that shows us. Look at this list to sold ratio. What this is basically showing us is what percentage of list price our home's selling for. You can go back all the way to, April of last year, and you can see, hey, you know what? It was averaging, give or take, 1 to 2% under the list price. Right now, for the last couple of months, look at this. We're over list price. Now, I'll tell you what, you actually start going into looking specifically at, say, homes that your clients may be looking at, like, say a specific area, like, say, Laveen, single family homes, this size. You can see that averages are going for like 9% over asking price. We are indeed seeing offers where people are taking the property as is. We're seeing offers where people are waiving the appraisal. We're seeing offers where people are putting a cap, willing to pay X number of dollars over appraised value. So, you can see this. This is the average, the median. They're going for over list price. So I thought that was a pretty interesting, chart right there. And you can see the days on market, homes are selling, a lot faster than they were a year ago. And this really just comes down to basically the amount of inventory which we have, which at this point is not a whole hell of a lot. Now, this is from the multiple listing service, the stats. They like to send out the information, and of course it's dated for February. But you can see the number of monthly sales. It's up from what it was last year. Sales are up 8.2%. It indicates right here month over month and 5.2 year over year. Now we look at the number of new inventory, new homes that are coming to market, and you can see we're down from where it was a year ago. So there is less homes coming to market. And you can see the total inventory. This one's really telling. At this time last year, well, February last year, we were at 15,566 units. Now we are basically, for all intent and purposes, half of that inventory. So it's really pretty amazing as to how much we're missing as far as properties on the market at this time. It's really pretty interesting. I did want to share this. There's an area right in here that really caught my eye that indicates the 30-year fixed rate today is at 3.05%. This has to do, of course, with interest rates, which is below what it was last year, which was averaging about 3.45. Now, of course, we did see interest rates go down quite a bit. Some people able to get interest rates of 2.65 in that range. So interest rates are going up a little bit right now. So they polled experts about this, and this is what I found interesting. So in response to Bank Rate's weekly poll of experts, they showed opinions where 56% of the polled experts said rates are going to stay about the same. 25% said they will go down, and 19% said they'll rise. Now, the interesting thing that really caught my eye about this is these are the experts, and it seems like if everybody's an expert, shouldn't they have something that's a little bit more concrete? Shouldn't there be a little bit more agreement? And that doesn't seem to be the case with half thinking this will happen, a quarter thinking the other thing will happen. So kind of interesting, but interest rates, we can look a little bit further. This is on money.com. The average rate right now is about 3.18%, which is a little bit up from what it was about a week ago. So ultimately, interest rates are still extremely low compared with what they have been historically. So you look at the fact that we have a low inventory. You still have a lot of demand because people are still buying, and interest rates being low, it's a good time to buy, even though values have been going up. A lot of people can still afford the homes. Now, let's look also at this. This is right here through the azcommerce.com website, which indicates a couple of things. Unemployment, 6.9%. Now, of course, when COVID first hit, it went up to pretty close to about 15%, but we're at 6.9%. I think in the housing industry, pretty much everybody would agree, it truly has not been affected by COVID whatsoever. Home values have been going up, inventory is super low, so unemployment rate going down is only something that is going to keep our housing market going strong, okay? Beyond that too, looking at this at population, we've been seeing the Arizona population go up 1.5% every year. So that is a pretty significant number. And, with more people coming to the area, more people needing houses, I don't think this demand is going to end anytime soon. So that is it right there for that information. I did want to share one other chart from you. One of the things that a lot of people are talking about right now is, this looming forbearance and this looming foreclosure, and there's going to be a windfall of properties that end up hitting the market, and all of a sudden, home values are going to go down. What's interesting is this is from Black Knight. By all means, Google it if you want. It was printed up on February 1st. They're talking about 3.6 million properties being 90-day defaults or more. I did highlight a couple things in here. As of mid-January, more than 2.7 million homeowners remain in active forbearance plan, with the rate of improvement slowing in recent months. So there's still quite a few people that are in forbearance. And it further highlighted that the share of borrowers in forbearance making payments has fallen to just 12%. So interestingly enough, you take, say, 10% of the 2.7 million, you're looking at what, about 260,000, and this is throughout the entire United States. If they're going to end up being forced to sell, even if it was 2.6 million homes that ended up hitting, the real estate market, we've got quite a few states. Every state would probably get hit with about 40 to 50,000 homes if they were all to go to foreclosure. But if we look at historically back in 2008 through 2013, we saw, give or take, about 40 to 50, foreclosures every year. So frankly, with the deficit in homes that we're seeing right now, the fact that values have gone up, most people have equity in their home. If people that can't make their payments are going to be forced to sell because of a foreclosure, chances are they'll still be able to sell the property and actually walk away with money in their pocket. So, if anything, I think it might actually help if we see some of these properties come to the market, because it'll kind of free up, it would free up more inventory, which would be great. More buyers would start having access to homes, and they would probably be gobbled up pretty darn quick. So anyway, that's it in a nutshell, what I wanted to share. Ultimately this information is here that I've provided is really information that I think anybody can get online, but it kind of gives you a general idea of the health as to the Arizona economy and really our housing economy. And really the way to break it down, as far as I see, first of all, interest rates historic lows, so affordability is still there. As those interest rates start going up, and it looks like at this point they are a little bit, we'll have to see where they end up. That affordability factor may go down, and if that happens, that may end up seeing that it helps inventory grow because less people will be able to afford a home. The downside for a lot of people, if they're not able to buy, rents have actually gone up too, 22% from this time last year. So it's going to be kind of tough for some people. They may end up having to double up in housing, is one of the things that some people have been talking about. So interest rates being low, inventory still being super, super low. Also, it's going to keep forcing home values up as people that want to buy are going to have to compete with the other buyers and probably offer over asking price. And we saw that in the chart where the list to sales price ratio is over 100%. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. I hope this was something that was beneficial to you. I do try to give information here that people might find of interest. I'd love your comments. I'd love your input. Please let me know what you thought. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell so you're notified every time I put up a new video. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next video.